Good morning, and welcome to wintry Winnipeg. You know, it's pretty hard to say something different every morning, but wintry Winnipeg, yep, minus 24.7. But I got a comment from our friend Tennessee Jim, probably a lot of you saw it, and they're having unusually cold weather. That's probably my fault. Yeah, where does this cold weather come from? Well, it generally comes from Canada, if you're living in the United States, that is. So it's my fault. I'm sorry, Jim. Now the good news is he's going to be having it it'll be pretty mild in a few days, but we won't be mild for probably 4 months. Now I don't know how today is going to go. Oh, look at here. We might be getting a sunrise. Wouldn't that be nice for a Christmas Eve? The sky is kind of clear. I'm seeing some sort of clouds or something forming there. That might be haze, but there's a good chance we'll be getting a sunrise. We haven't had a sunrise for must be 3 weeks. I know it did come up. Okay, what are we going to do today? We basically only have 3 more pieces to put on our deck here, and then we're done this step we're on. What are we on step? Yeah, we're on step 9 right now, and oh no, there's these 3, and then there's a whole bunch of little ones. Okay, there's more than 3. Sorry about that, but we'll probably get it done, all being well. But what I would like to do is I'd like to maybe go down in the workshop and plug in my air compressor and try out that new airbrush we got. You know, that low-priced bargain basement or whatever they call it, priced airbrush that I bought. And just see how it works on this. Do a little practicing first, just to make sure I know how far back to pull the trigger and all that kind of stuff. Now, first thing in the morning, I have lots of real good ideas about what I want to do, and as the day rolls by, it doesn't happen. Yeah, I sort of lose my mojo. But right now I got lots of mojo and lots of coffee, so let's just get going here and put down what we can, and if I still feel like doing it at later on today, and then we'll maybe do a little spraying. We'll try out that airbrush. At least that's the plan for right now. And we'll keep an eye on our sunrise. If it's nice, I'll show it. If it isn't, well, just be another day. Oh, and also today, later on, the plan is that my son is going to come over and help me dig out my car, because tomorrow I'm supposed to go to my daughter's place for Thanksgiving, for Christmas dinner, and in fact, all of our little family is going to be over there. So, yeah, I gotta get gas in my snowblower and see if I can get it uncovered and get it started up and stuff like that. So today's episode I may be cutting off a little bit early. Yeah, come to think of it now, I don't know if we are going to spray today. There's other important things I got to do. Yeah, and tomorrow being Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, I usually have my annual bath. I'm just kidding. I actually have 2 baths a year. Okay, let's carry on here. Okay. Now, yesterday I had a rather stupid disaster, and that is, you'll remember that I kept adding glue and adding glue and adding glue. I think I put glue down 3 times in the little square cavity that was right here where this piece had to drop down, and this one as well. And then when I dropped the piece down in it, it practically floated. I mean, it was I don't know why I did not notice. When I was adding the glue there, it really did appear to me like I wasn't putting any in. It just looked like it wasn't coming off of the applicator, but it was. Oh, speaking of applicators, today I'm going to switch applicators, and and this one here that's got that thick applicator. I do have another extra thin that is almost empty, and I'm going to put the other applicator on. Yeah, this applicator is handy for, if you want to really swab the glue on, but it's useless for most of the time. Anyway, okay, so what I'm planning on doing right now is I'm going to take my accent color here, black, and I'm going to try and maybe almost dry brush it in and darken this light area here. It's been my experience that if you have something that is really light, it'll stand out in your eye. It'll catch your eye. In this case, it's going to catch your eye in the wrong way. You're going to see the flaw. Whereas if it's dark, or equally as dark. Let's say I do a little bit too much and it gets darker than the surrounding planking. It won't catch your eye nearly as much. So I'm gonna put the macro lens on, and probably you should be able to see this one pretty good. This one here is kind of blocked a little bit by some of the bollards and so on. So. All right, let's get the macro lens on, see what we can do there before we carry on. We may not have time to paint the piece that's supposed to go right here. We'll see how it goes. Whoops. Mind you, I think I am going to have to use the gray on the, what was it, the number 66, I think. Oh, I'm just not steady this morning, am I? No, from arm's length, and I know we're probably sick of hearing that. It is going to look better. It doesn't catch your eye nearly as bad as before. I don't know what else I could have done here. I'm sure that those of you who are good at touching up would know exactly what I should have done. Well, it is better. I know you can't really see it the way I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it from further back, and it is definitely better. I'm just going to go ahead and try and do the other one the same way, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, moving back, we have to put on a K24. And a K25 over here on this side. All right, now I did switch applicators, so I'm going to try it out here, and I'll put the macro lens back on, and we'll see if we can not make a mess here. Maybe I should be doing a dry run first. Well, we'll put the macro lens on, and then we'll do our dry run. maybe if I use these tweezers here, I can handle this better. Yeah, that should work out okay. All right, now what we want to do, we want to take our new applicator and see how this is going to work out. And just put a little bit of downward wiggle on it here. So it kind of melds into place. Oh, I think I moved it in too far. I want to have it just right on the edge. Right on the edge of the gunnel there. I think that's more believable. Okay, has to go a tiny bit to your left. That way it'll be centered on the, okay, let's just let that dry like that. I think that'll be all right. Okay, two things. First one is we have had a bit of a sunrise. I'll show it to you later. Now, we have moved back about 10 centimeters, and we're going to put on this splinter rail here. And once again, I believe I'm going to do it the same way as before. We'll soften the slot with the extra thin. Now we'll position the ends later. We just got to try and get this down into place. Now this end here is actually beveled so that it goes up on top of the gunnel. Okay, it's almost a perfect fit as near as I can tell, just the way it is. I think that's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to take my extra thin. Okay, I had to change glasses here. I wonder if I should use the quick setting. Just hold this down. Okay, I'm just going to hold it there. Okay, I'll do the same on the other side here. Okay, and maybe hold it for, oh, don't slide it, don't slide it. I think that's going to be all right. Okay, now we're going to drop down the one that's on my side. And I'm noticing that right here, there's a little something coming out right by the slot. Now, I don't know what that's for. Is that something I should have maybe removed? Is that maybe some kind of flashing or something? Or yeah, that one went in pretty good. Okay, I think it's pretty much flush with the edge of the gunnel here. Maybe you could come back just a tiny bit more. Or maybe I should just leave it alone. Quit poking at it. It's not going to fall out of there anyway. Okay, I think we better stop poking around here. Just let it dry. And let's go check and see what our sunrise looked like when it broke the horizon. I didn't actually see it break the horizon. I saw it after it came up, but it might have been nice. We'll soon know. Well, here is what's happened. About half an hour or so ago, I went outside and I plugged in the engine part to my car. The battery has been plugged in on the battery maintainer ever since the last time I used the car, which was, I guess, when I went to the hobby store. And that's almost a month ago. I haven't used the car since then. And when I was out there and I was having difficulty walking, now when I went out to the car and back, I kind of had the shovel to sort of steady me. I know I mentioned this before. I can walk real good behind the snowblower, better than without it. It doesn't make any sense, but it's true. You sort of can steady yourself. Anyway, I was thinking, I do not want to have to try and do this tomorrow. So I came back into the house and I phoned my daughter, and basically the bottom line was, will you still love me if I don't come tomorrow? And she was very understanding. And she mentioned about the new strain of COVID that is going around. And I think some of the viewers, I think UK Jason's down with COVID, he was saying, when I watched his update this morning. So there's just so many things that, against me going to Christmas dinner at the daughter's tomorrow that it would take the fun out of it. So anyway, bottom line is I'm not going to go now. Went back outside, unplugged the car again. I mean, why have the what we call here in Winnipeg a block heater? At least that's what we used to call it. I don't know what they call it now, but we used to call it a block heater. No use having the block heater running day and night at about 400 or 500 watts or whatever. So yeah, but we'll leave the battery maintainer on, keep the battery from freezing. It doesn't use very much. Yeah, wintertime. You know, you hear me complaining a lot about it. Maybe it bothers me more than most people, but it's I'm not depressed, but it really almost makes me uptight. Let's carry on. Okay, give you perspective as to where we are on the ship. Right here is that splinter rail that we put on earlier. So we've moved back probably 4 or 5 centimeters, and we've got a couple of number 30s to put on, and you can see the mark right here on the where it has to go. And then we have another M2. Now this time with the M2, I am not going to put so much glue on. Let's just do a dry run here. I want to see how this is going to fit. It does not drop in very well. I'm thinking maybe what is the best way to go here now on this? See, I do want to use the extra thin so that it will just sort of meld in. Maybe let's just try it first with just a little bit of extra thin. Where is it here? Okay, now that's all I'm going to put on, just one application of the stuff. And let's just try this now. See if I give it a little bit of pressure there. It just doesn't quite want to go. It almost goes. Sorry to be getting my fingers in your way there. I'm trying to do this so that you can see it. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put some extra. Oh, that's too much. Just a little bit along the back there and let it wick its way around. Okay, I think it dropped itself down. You will have been able to see that better than I can. Now there is a little bit of discoloration there. Okay, that actually looks pretty good to me. Let's just okay. Now as for these pieces here, I think we'll use the new applicator that we've got on our Tamiya thick. Don't know what else to call it. I don't know, that might be too much. Ooh, that might have been too much. No, I don't think it matters which way these go on. Oh yeah, it does. They have to go like this. Okay, I want to all right. Now this one here we'll do the same way. I can't wait too long here. Okay, I do believe that's going to set in place. Now, it's not really real secure, but it won't fall off. It won't fall off. Alright, what do we got here now? Let me just stand up so I can look straight down on it. I'm probably going to get in your light here. Okay, I can see when I'm looking down that this one here is to be just straightened out just a little bit. There. This one is good. Okay, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing over on this side here. I'll do it off camera. But in a little over an hour, at 2 o'clock, my son's coming over and he's going to help me do something about the big snowbank that's between my house and the neighbor's house. Yeah, I want to get inside and check and make sure everything's okay. Most of you know I'm watching his house for him while he's wintering in Mexico. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you on Christmas Day.